So the last video I did on NBA Live Mobile was talking about this news update that we got inside the game. However, we have had some extra news regarding that statement. I'm going to make this video as quick as possible, as well as going into some other stuff that I think might be a little bit interesting when it comes to the game itself. But Rising Phoenix 1 is, of course, an EA game changer. He put on the official NBA Live Mobile Discord server this message, which I'll put up on screen now. And essentially what it means is that we won't be getting any extra promo between now and the end of the season, or when this update occurs. So we won't be getting anything in terms of that. Season celebration is going to be that last promo that we end up getting. And of course, there will be some higher overall cards that we get with the season celebration promo, because as you all remember, hopefully, in the season celebration promo, the masters that we've got at the moment, those 109 ones, are labeled as masters. They're not grandmasters, so hopefully we will be getting some higher rated sets dropping later on when it comes to that promo. But this does mean that EA are focusing on that major update, or new version as he calls it in his Discord post, coming anywhere after September the 9th. They don't have an exact start date, as I mentioned in my video going over the news. It is just sort of maybe a penciled in date. And of course, this is the only information aside from the news tab that we have got in the game itself. So that is just an update when it comes to the game. I know a lot of people were wondering whether or not we'd get extra promos, and the answer to that is clearly no now, which is good and bad. Obviously, there's not a lot to play in the game at the moment. You've got the season celebration promo. I know a lot of people have finished that one already, but if you haven't, then you can of course go ahead and grind that out, and of course save up to try and get yourself the higher rated grandmasters when they do drop in the game. And this does mean that EA are hopefully spending a lot of time on this update, and hopefully we'll get more things except for that aesthetic UI sort of change that we got between the last two seasons. So hopefully we will be getting a bigger update. One thing that I did, however, want to go ahead and talk a little bit more about, and this is really interesting, and this is just 100% pure speculation. If you look on Twitter, EA Sports did post "Bring the Madness, let's run it back, hashtag CBB, hashtag it's in the game." Now, I didn't actually see this on my Twitter feed at all. The only reason I know about this is simply because a video popped up on my YouTube feed and I went ahead and watched it. It was by Soft Drink TV. So if you guys want to check out his video on it, it was very informative at looking at all this stuff, and he just went into a lot more detail. But EA could be bringing back a college basketball game. It looks like they've got the rights to be able to make a college basketball game, and it looks like they are exclusive, I believe, from watching his video, which is really interesting. Obviously, a lot of people have been pushing for EA to sort of re-enter the space, as it were, in terms of a console basketball game to sort of rival 2K in that sort of thing. So now we are looking like we're getting a college basketball game on the actual console, which is going to be hopefully fairly good. And this could tie into the fact that EA are trying to update this game a little bit more. Of course, when EA announced NBA Live Mobile, it was during the time when they had a console version of the game. They stopped NBA Live as a console game in 2018, I believe, or NBA Live 18 was the last time we had a console version of the game. And because of course the mobile game was announced when we had that console game, and of course it was such a big thing because the hype from the console game led over to the mobile game, hopefully that means that we'll be getting something similar this time around. Of course, this is just me speculating. I have no idea what's going to happen, but hopefully that means because we're getting more people working on this college basketball game on the console, stuff will trickle down into this mobile game and hopefully make it a little bit better. And that might tie into why we've got this announcement of EA making a massive update. Again, this is purely speculation on my part, but I just thought it was something really interesting and it was kind of unexpected. Obviously, the post itself was made on June 30th. The video that I just watched, I watched it just literally today by Soft Drink TV. So it's really interesting to see all of that stuff coming into play. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you like the fact that there are no promos happening at the moment? Because on one hand, it is good because EA are focusing a lot of their attention on the new game. They don't have to worry about this version of NBA Live Mobile at the moment. But then on the flip side, there isn't a lot to do in the game at the moment, but I'm sure you guys can find other stuff to do with your time. This game is just a mobile game at the end of the day. There's real life and all of that stuff, and some alternative games as well which you might want to try. But let me know your thoughts, all of that, in the comment section down below. If you want to go check out Soft Drink TV's video, I'll leave a link to that as well in the description down below, because I thought it was very good going over all of the college basketball news. And YouTube thinks you'll like this video next, so I'll see you guys over there. Peace.